Good afternoon, Mr. Witness.
Afternoon.
Welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters. Mr. Witness, in which language do you wish to make your testimony?
Of
What is your religion?
I'm a Muslim.
Your religion?
Islam.
Okay. Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
Quran.
Madam Chair, the witness wishes to swear by the Holy Quran. Since you have opted to do your testimony in Wolof, can you wait for the Wolof interpreter? Whatever I say, the Wolof interpreter will translate that for you. Then you follow suit. Mr. Boja,
Very well.
I,
Man,
Omar B.J Touray,
B.J Touray.
do swear that
Warname.
I'll speak the truth.
I speak the truth.
No, you wait for the interpreter.
Sorry.
I'll speak the truth,
Now I dig
the whole truth,
Degare.
and nothing but the truth.
Tuma filulu dega.
So help me God.
Tuma diganda yalla.
Well,
Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to you for us to proceed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Touray.
Ñu la nuyu ñu naka bitik.
Mr. Touray, I am speaking to you.
Nena yow la ñoo wax da nga wàcc kaw si mic bi ñu dégg la.
Jërëjëf, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Can't you proceed?
Yes, thank you very much. Can you please tell the commission your name?
Nena sa toga sa santa.
Omar B.J Touray laa tudd.
Omar B.J Touray.
Waaw.
What is your address?
Nena foo dëkk. Banjul.
And you were the deputy mayor for Banjul City Council?
Nena yow yaay deputy mayor Banjul State Council.
Former deputy mayor, waaw.
Former deputy mayor, yes.
You gave a statement to the investigators, an additional statement.
Nena da nga joxe woon statement bi si investigators di ak additional statement.
Wow.
Yes.
What is the level of your education?
Nena sa jàngat bi fal nga door ak 4M.
GDTI laa dem.
I graduated at GDTI.
Because
Ban was
Construction.
construction.
when was this?
Nena lii kañ la woon.
Around 99.
This was around 1999
Please
to 2000.
go through the witness statements,
Nena seetal sa witness statement.
after which you can tell us whether those were the statements were obtained from.
Nena ci kaw soo ko seetee nga dal lu ñu wax daa sa bos la wala déet.
Wow.
Yes.
We applied to the statement of the witness, Omar B.J Touray, and the additional statement to evidence as an exhibit.
The statement dated the 21st of September 2023 is hereby admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/BCC/OBJT/001.
As the commission places. Now, during your time as the deputy mayor, this was in 2016?
Nena jamono bi nga xam ne booba nga nekkoon deputy mayor da 2016 la. 2018.
2018.
18.
2018.
Now, how long were you the deputy mayor?
Nena bi nga nekkee deputy mayor ñaata at la woon yaa ngi foofu.
2022, 2018, but 5 years, 4 to 5 years. Wow.
4 to 5 years.
Are you still a council?
Nena bi léegi daa councilor nga.
Then.
No.
Now, as the deputy mayor, you were the head of the establishment committee.
Nena kome nekka nga deputy mayor yaa nekkoon jiiti establishment committee.
Wow.
Yes.
Do the establishment committee sit regularly?
Nenanda establishment committee go udengende to waktu kunega pour meeting.
It depends. I mean, secret.
No, it depends. If we have an issue, normally that's the time we used to sit.
What are the issues that you will be addressing at the establishment committee during your time?
Nena jamana bi nga xam ne nekk nga foofu ban issue nga ne address si establishment committee bi.
Wàllum ni ñu war a jël pour ñu ñoo liggéey si Banjul.
Waxal ci kaw.
Pour ñu war a liggéey Banjul City Council.
The way we are to work in Banjul City Council.
To wax si kaw.
Is that all?
Nena loolu rek la.
Establishment, wow.
Yes.
How about disciplinary matters, disciplinary issues of the staff?
Nena affaire disciplinary staff si.
Loolu tamit waa establishment jërëjëf si fàttali.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. Yes, we do sit over such issues.
Have you had cause to sit over issues of disciplinary matters?
Nena nda musu ngeen am jamono bi nga xam ne musu ngeen a toog si mbiri disciplinary matters.
Waaw am na ay yoo xam ne mosoon naa xew waaw.
Yes.
Staff seen matters.
Yes, it happens. There was a matter or an issue concerning the staff. Yes, we did.
Please tell us about that incident.
Nga wax ñu leeral ñu ko ban la wala kañ.
Yàgg na tuuti nag waaye am na yoo xam ne ñëwoon nañ si suñ committee bi.
Yes, it have been a while, but there is something, an issue which was brought before our committee.
What was the issue?
Yeah, na issue boobu lan la woon.
Bu ma mun a fàttale pour benn time Abdoulaye Kor.
If I could be able to remember, there was a time one Abdoulaye Kor.
Go ahead.
Dafa amoon issue boo xam ne within moom CEO bi la woon.
If I am not mistaken, he had an issue between himself.
Because moom dafa foogoon dafa amoon issue ak moom si ay coow yi position yi seen position yi fi mu ñëwoon si suñ establishment bi.
He had an issue between him and the CEO concerning about there was a disagreement or a row, anyway you can call it, between him and the CEO concerning about the position.
You have had issues of fraudulent transactions or suspicious fraudulent activities. These are normally featured in both internal and the external audit reports.
Nena ma musunga ye wala dega ay tapale nga xamne dox nañ fofu xamne dañ ko feñalon ci internal ak external audit.
Not musunga dega, there are issues that will be featured in internal and external audit reports with respect to staffs involved in suspected fraudulent transactions.
Very well. Nena amna jamane nga xamne amna tapale nga xamne dox nañ fofu digante liggéey kat yi nga xamne ñoo fa nekkoon. Te tapale googu dafa feeñoon ci internal audit bi te external audit tamit dañ ko feeñal.
Were you handling these issues?
Nee na ndax issue yi tamit dañ ko issue ci seen committee bi.
Déedéet.
No.
Why?
Nee na lu tax.
Xaw ma daal.
I have no idea why.
So you have never had the cause or the reason to look into the affairs of staff that were mishandling public funds?
Nee na kon yéen mos leen a am jamono wala mos leen a gëstu si ñoo xam ne liggéeykat lañ te dañ bokk ñoo xam ne fonds yi day ñëw wala xaalis bi ñu dee ici dañ fa dee am ay laxas bi nga xam ne dañ ko dee def foofu wala tapale.
Waaw ñun ñaareel luñ dee gën a mitine mooy dañ dee am agenda.
Most of our meetings we used to have an agenda.
Te ñaareel agenda bi CEO bi moo ko dee indi.
And agenda, all the agendas are brought by the CEO.
So you don't review these reports, these audit reports, to know some of the things that are happening because you just don't have the jurisdiction over employment, but as well staff disciplinary matters to see what you will refer or to the Local Government Service Commission for perhaps further redress.
Nena kon dafa melni yeen do leen tek gestu si auditeurs yi seen report bi internal ak external auditeurs yi seen report yi pour mun a xam ñoo xam ne liggéeykat lañu waaye seen mbir moom doy na waaru dañ te bokk si tapale wala dañoo seen xaalis dee màcce nena doo leen dee gestu loolu tam
loolu mënuma ko remember.
I cannot remember.
Now, employment. What is the grade that you will focus on at the establishment committee in relation to employment?
nena léegi yeen establishment committee soo leen di jël nit pour liggéey nena ban fan naa nga dee seet pour jël ko
ñaareel grade 1 ba grade 5 suñ doolem.
our powers start from grade 1 to grade 5.
Do you handle all employment matters at the at the um, at the committee?
nena kon si committee bi tamit da ngeen de defar loo xam ne mooy employment matters.
No, do you handle all the employment matters at the level of the committee for Banjul City Council?
nena kon affaire employment matters yëpp da ngeen ko rek am si committee bi loo xam ne concerne na si Banjul area city council.
déedéet.
No.
What do you mean no?
nena soo ne déedéet loo mean si loolu.
am na yoo xam ne service commission bi lañ jóge.
Some of them are from the service commission.
Yes, but how about the CEO? Does he appoint without consulting the establishment committee?
nena ndax CEO dafa am ñoo xam ne def leen day jël liggéey te fekk yëgalul leen ne da nga xam ne yéen a nekk committee.
mun naa am waaye man yëguma loolu man li ñëw suma committee loolu laa de treat waaye mun naa am tamit.
It may happen, but not up to my knowledge. But normally, whatever is brought to our committee, that is what I normally treat. But for that, I can say.
You know Makumba Sane?
Xam nga ku ñëw Makumba Sane?
waaw xam naa ko.
Yes, I do.
He was employed?
Nee dañ ko jëloon foofu liggéey.
waaw.
Yes.
Did you work on his employment being the chairman of the establishment committee?
Nee na ndaa yow ko mel ne ka nga woon jiit si establishment committee nee na ndaa am nga woon loxo si employment bi wala pour jël ko liggéey.
waaw.
Yes.
Tell us about the employment of Makumba Sane.
nee na léegi pour nga wax ñu Makumba naka la jaaree wala naka lañ ko jëlee liggéey foofu.
waaw man li ma mun a xam si loolu mooy 2018 bi ba ñoo ñëw council mun naa la ne man maa mayor as deputy mayor.
What I can be able to say about him is about 2018 when we came there, as I was the deputy mayor, myself and the mayor.
ñun de ñëwaale woon ak Max mooy woon campaign manager mayor.
We came together with Max, and he was the campaign manager for the mayor.
waaw déglu naa ko fii nag mu ne naka la tuwaate mu ngi wax moo niñ ko indee foofu.
I heard him when he was narrating or giving evidence hearing about how he became an employee of the city council.
ne as advisor parce que ñun dañ fekkoon advisor position boobu tamit council mu available.
As he said, he was there as an advisor because when we went there, we found that position was available.
Because CEO moom moo ñu daan advise technically about nañu vacancy bu am ak ni council doon demee.
It was the CEO who were advising us about the vacancies there in councils.
Tomorrow CEO na Bachili Lami, Mustafa Bachili.
And when I say CEO, I mean Mustafa Bachili.
Max tamit suma suñ time la ñu andor ñu def ko advisor to council.
And for Max he came during our time, we came together and he was appointed as an advisor to council. Yes.
You discussed his appointment on contract at the level of the committee, the national committee.
The mom establishing committee bi ngeen koy jël li ngeen waxtaan ak moom mooy mbiri contract.
Wow.
Yes.
Were you present?
Nee na fekkee nga woon waxtaan moom.
Waaye yëfi Max moom fekkee naa ko waaw.
Yes. For that of Max, I was present.
Yes. Fekkee naa waaw.
Yes, I was present.
Because loolu early days la moom bañ just took us moom.
Yes, this was in the early days when we first came to council.
Now, how did you negotiate the consultations that were given to Max? Did you guys review his qualifications?
Nena bi ngeen naka ngeen doxalee mbiram bi consultation yi nga xam ne bu Max su fekkee ne time yi nga xam ne ñëw na ndax da ngeen review loolu pour seet mbiram.
Loolu moom laa la wax ni seetuñ loolu, to be honest.
That is what I'm trying to say. We never check that, to be honest.
Because ñun CEO moo ñu doon advice naka la ñoo def.
Because we are always advised by the CEO the way we are to go ahead.
So Max's appointment was not based on qualification.
Nena kon mbiri Max moom jël ko liggéey bokkutoon wala based on si qualification yi nga xam ne yooyu la war a am.
To be honest.
That is true, to be honest.
It was purely based on the fact that he was the head or the campaign manager of the mayor and the mayoress, and therefore he had to be given a place.
Nena kon moom sabab bi pour wax ne sababu tax mu ñëw liggéey bi mooy mos na nekk wala moo nekkoon campaign manager bi ni lii moo taxoon ñu daal di ko ici pour ñu jox ko liggéey foofu. That is true.
And this is the decision of the mayoress.
Nena teel li xalaat mayoress la.
mun naa nekk xalaati mayor waaye li ma mun a xam mooy ne ñëw na si establishment bi jël nañ ko without qualification.
Yes, it might be her own decision, but all I know is that he came and passed through the establishment committee and he was employed without qualification. Hadn't the mayor came, she might tell us that it's her decision, but we just see her papers on the table. The reason why I say that because Max may come and say this is his own decision, not that of the mayor, but they are of the same team.
Because Max will decline.
Max can't be able to, or he would be the very person to declare.
You were elected.
Then election.
So you came in lawfully. You came in lawfully.
Then upon yaw ni nga ñëwé da nga anda luwan. Comme ni nga ñëwé da nga ñëw ci yoon. Yes.
But how many of your campaign team were not elected as you were and were employed in the when you guys came in 2018?
Nena ñaata si sa campaign team ñoo am ne ñoo fa nekkoon ba pare elect leen waaye liggéey na bi nga xam ne ñëw ngeen si council bi pour liggéey.
Man nag ki ma mun a remember mooy Max because ñeneen ñi non Max laa mën a wax daal sax.
All I can
su fekkee yow tamit am na koo xam ne ni nga ma laaj ma tontu. Max daal mun naa remember.
All I can remember is only Max. It's possible if you can be able to remember one of them. If you ask me, then I can be able to answer. But the one I remember is Max.
Pamulundaw?
Then aku ñëw Pamulundaw.
Pamulundaw moom BCC la doon liggéey before sa ñu ñëw council.
For Pamulundaw, he was working at the BCC long before we came to council.
Mustafa Ebisa?
Then Mustafa Ebisa.
Mooy Aj. Wow.
Yes.
How do you call it? Arch?
No, sorry.
No, it's okay for you.
So fekkee ne am nga di ngeen ko nga ko ono because ñun xam na ki nga wax na mo
Mustafa Sarr.
Mustafa Sarr.
No, it's also okay if you know the name that he's known for. It will only aid the commissioners to know exactly who we are referring to.
Nee na su fekkee ne xam nga tamit nickname am su fekkee ne am na nickname bi nga xam ne boobu moo ci naa kii nga wax ko ñu nga gis ne commission tamit dina yëg ne soo ne kii comme ni nga waxee affaire Max.
There is nothing wrong in that.
Jërëjëf.
Yes, nee na loolu dara yaaxu.
Yes, so
thank you.
Mustafa Ebisa, he was appointed by you people or before?
Nee na Mustafa Ebisa yéen a ko employé wala da ngeen ko fekk.
I try suñ time tamit liggéey na BCC su fekkoon liggéey na before sax xaw ma ko woon waaye suñ time liggéey na BCC quoi.
All I can tell is that our time, this was the time he worked with the PCC. I cannot tell exactly whether he have been to PCC before our time. That is not clear to me.
Binta Conte, the mayor's personal secretary?
Nena Binta Conte, ki nga xam ne mooy secretary mayor bi, personal secretary.
Waaw Binta waaw mu fa waaye man xaw ma woon Binta to be honest dañoo def campaign ay xaw ma woon Binta.
Yes, Binta, she's there, but I don't know Binta when it was time. When was the time when we were doing the campaign? At that time, I did not know who is Binta.
Did you appoint the establishment committee? Did they appoint Binta?
Nanda establishment committee, you appoint Binta. Yes.
The grade that she was given is 7.1. That would be beyond your the category of the grades that you have the power to appoint.
Anyway,
and a grade one boy 7.1 and I go neck and I go dole grade go ham ne neck and grade ku kaw nga ham ne bobu so
mun na tum silimala wax ne grade living be 7 grade 1 be 5
It might be a mistake when I say that the people we employed is from grade 1 to 5.
su fekkoon gisoon naa document si jaaroon na establishment ne ñun ñoo def lii waaye xam naa ne binta suñ time lañu.
If at all I have seen the documents to know exactly the grade we appointed, again I can tell you exactly. But for me, I'm sure that Pinta came during our time.
Yes, 7.1 is above your grade masters.
Because
Yes.
because you're going to waaye xam naa ne binta suñ time lañu.
I know that Pinta came during our time.
7.1 is above your grade.
Then 7.1 will open as a grade.
There was a time that it was 3, there was a time it was 5, but 7.1 is above.
Then I'm not going to go 3, 5, 7.1 more kawe.
léegi yaa ngi ma bëgg a wax ne léegi binta loolu la nekk o ñun noonu lañ ko appointed.
Is it? I want to be clear. Is it that you want to tell me that is how she is now, or that is the way she was appointed?
That's the appointment.
That's no more appointment now.
Coach. Yes.
The time she was appointed. Yes. When the time I'm going to get.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, Ramata Job.
Then I'm Ramata Job.
Ramata Job. Ramata Job, what department la nekk?
Which department?
Ramata Job is trade license collector.
Then a trade license collector.
Mun naa nekk waaye remember more that name, to be honest.
It may be possible, but I don't remember that name.
Do you have an establishment file?
Then I'm going to establishment file.
I'm on the establishment files.
We do have establishment file.
So for the period you were there as a deputy mayor, we make an application that you go back to BCC and get the establishment file for that period and the appointments therein during the time that you were the chairman.
Then a legi jamano bigam ne safunga fofu deputy mayor. Binga nege fofu benga again and then a jamano bobu swingla like te purunga isi new file bi ak ñoo xam ne seen employment bi nee na ndaa mën nga ko def.
Dama daan am copy.
Yes, I do have copies.
Will you be able to produce this?
Nee na mbaa bëgg ko fi na.
Da.
Okay.
Okay.
Nee na ndaa mën nga ko isi.
For ma demaat BCC de.
I have to go back to BCC.
Yes.
Yes.
I will chairperson, we apply that an order be passed on to the chief executive officer, that Banjul City Council, to produce the establishment file from 2018 to 2023.
This is my order. Upon application by council, the CEO of Banjul City Council is herewith ordered to avail the witness, Mr. Omar B.J Touray, the establishment file for the period 2018 to 2023. I make no further orders. And this, sorry, before I make this, let me take it again. Upon application by council, the CEO of Banjul City Council is herewith ordered to avail the witness, Mr. Omar B.J Touray, the establishment file for the period 2018 to 2023. And this should be produced to the commission on or before the 10th of May 2025. I make no further orders.
As the commission president. Now, this is the only committee you were a member of?
Nena committee bi rek nga bokk.
bii laa doon chair waaw.
Yes, this was the committee I chaired,
Somebody member laa fa woon.
but I became a member of some of the
Committees yi nekkoon si council bi yëpp member laa fa woon waaye bii maa ko doon chair.
all the committees in the council. I was a member there. Only this one I was the chair.
We have the former mayor's vehicle that was a subject of an auction. Do you recall this?
Nena femo mayor bi fa nekkoon nena moto bi dafa amoon jamono yi nga xam ne dañ ko diwaateel foofu wala auction. Nena ndaa yëg nga woon li.
Wow.
Yes.
It's a V8.
Nena V8.
What is the make of the vehicle?
Nena moto boobu ban maak la woon.
You used it before.
Wow.
Nena daf ko dawal.
You Pajero or Prado, whatever. Why use now P8 level? I can fully.
I used the vehicle, whether it was a Pajero or a Prado, but I used the vehicle. This was
I'm not use now.
I know exactly what you are saying. This was a long time, but I used the vehicle.
It had problems.
Then I'm not going to have problem.
Alima ham si moto bobu moy be mayor bi amé moto bu S.
What I know about that vehicle was that when the mayor had a new vehicle,
Moto bobu man lañ ko joxoon.
that vehicle was given to me.
Bobu moy moto bu former mayor bi amé won. Suma pa laiba.
This was the vehicle that the former mayor Laiba was having.
Ben mako joxé.
When it was given to me,
Moto bi sa danam issue anyway mo be ko mayor amé. Lima moto na ham.
and after all, I later know that when the vehicle was with the former mayor, it used to have issues.
Ñu jox mako.
It was given to me,
Muy am same issues.
and it used to have the same issues repeatedly.
Après ma gisone daan jël fuel bu bari tamit.
And I realized that it was consuming a lot of fuel.
Sila ko delo council.
That was the time I returned the vehicle to council.
Through to the CEO ne ko dal man definitely moto bi mu ngi am problems te fuel bi mo jël tamit suma conscience may mo may ko dawal.
Through the CEO, and I informed him that this vehicle used to have problems and the fuel it consumes is very much, so I cannot be able to control the vehicle.
So what was the problem?
And then land money problem.
The fact that it consumed a lot of
Loolu mécanique si ñoo ko mën a diagnose man xaw ma woon lu bari parce que daf ma daan jox issues suma driver bi dafa complain all the time so si laa ko te li ma la wax ni sax dama ko defoon in writing de.
I cannot tell exactly what was the problem of the vehicle. It's only the mechanics who can be able to tell exactly. Excuse me. My driver used to complain to me a lot about the vehicle. I wrote to them
daf daan consume fuel bu bari.
that is used to consume a lot of oil.
So si laa ko delloo woon council.
That was the time, as I said, I returned it back to council.
Now, you don't know what the problem was.
Yàlla xam na loolu.
Yes, God knows.
Have you ever got stuck in traffic?
Traffic.
Man waaw.
Yes.
And what was the problem?
Problem.
Moom laa la wax mënuma xam lan ay problème bi because duma mécanique because su xewee rek suñ mécanique yi lañ dee oo ñu ñëw nga génne ko dépanner ko yóbbu ko.
That is what I have said because I have no idea about the vehicle. I'm not a mechanic. So whenever it has stopped, then what I normally do, I call the mechanic for them to come and take the car and repair it.
Now, you returned the vehicle, but we don't know exactly what the problem was. You have used it for some time. It was at some point the subject of an auction. So did you take part in that?
Nena legi danga delo won moto bi tewe pare wax nga ne yegulo wala xamulo exactly lan moy problème bi nena moto bi dañ ko mujjé wante nena nda boka nga won ci ko bëgg jënd.
Mooy li ma la wax ne rek xëy na soo ne am nga document boo xam ne gis nga ne participate naa si because man to be honest kon li ma la ko waxee committee su bari laa bokkoon waaye pour ne dama participate woon si auction moto boobu fàttale ko ma ko to be honest.
No, you may see a document that involves me, but as I said, I was a member of several committees therein. But for me personally, to have interest on the vehicle or during the auction, no, I cannot remember.
Was there an auction in the first place?
Nena why the auction am na fo?
Well, man loolu lañ wax.
Yes,
dañ ko that is am na ku ko jënd waaw.
what I was informed that somebody bought it.
But you were not aware of any auction.
nee na waaye sa bopp yëguloo benn wanteer wala auction bu fa xewoon.
Because man xam naa ne def nañ seen process ba pare am na ku ko jëloon within the council.
I know they did their process and somebody took the vehicle within council.
If there was an auction, you will know.
nee na su fekkee ne wanteer moo fa nekkoon wala auction moo fa nekkoon kon war nga ko yëg te da nga ko yëg.
Wow.
Yes.
So there was no auction.
nee na kon wanteer xewtoon foofu.
mun naa am remember ma ko waaye xam naa ne si loxo bi mujjee sax xam naa waaye xaw ma na amoon na process boobu noonu tamit mënuma fàttali ko to be honest.
No, I cannot remember. I know where the vehicle who last handled had the vehicle, but I cannot tell any process concerning that auction.
That's why I said if there was one, you would have known. If there was an auction, it was a public.
nee na lii moo tax mu ne la su fekkee ne auction xew na woon da nga ko di yëg parce que dafa nekk loo xam ne yëfi mbooloo la.
mun naa nekk.
Yes, it may be possible.
Were you in the position to know if there was an auction or not as deputy mayor?
nee na comme nekk nga woon deputy mayor su fekkee ne dëgg la auction bi dafa xewoon foofu ndaa yow da nga war a nekk nga ko xam ne war ngaa yëg wala warloo yëg.
war naa ko war a mun a yëg.
Yes, I could be able to.
And so because you don't know, so there was no auction.
nee na comme léegi yëguloo kon mooy dara auction am toon.
mun naa nekk.
Yes, it may be possible.
Oh, do you agree?
nee na nangu nga wala nangu.
Because council dafa bari activities yoo xam ne to be honest bari na ba pare man yëguma duma dee xam.
Yeah, there are certain activities. They have many activities at council, some of which I never be aware.
You were the top, you were the pinnacle, you were the deputy mayor.
nee na yow da nga kawe mbir mi sa place dafa kawe est-ce que yow yaa nekk ku xam ne deputy mayor.
These are assets of council.
nee na tey lii ay bagages yi council.
It's not even an asset that you do not know about.
nee na ne su fekkee ne bagage bi nga xam ne xamuloo ko.
It's a vehicle that you even used.
nekk na moto bi nga xam ne yow sa bopp sax da nga ko amee woon di ko daw.
You returned.
nga delloo.
You document. You put it in writing, even though we don't see it, but we trust you. You put it in writing. And so therefore, you were in a position to know, and since you do not know, there was no auction.
Excuse me. That is true.
Do you know whether the amount that was paid for the vehicle, because you end up knowing that it is bought by someone who works in the council? Do you know now the amount that was paid for and whether the amount was paid in the council coffers?
Nena legi comme yow sa boppa wax nga ne da nga mujjee xam kan moo jëndoon moto bi te si biir council la woon. Nena mbaa xam nga njëgi bi bu ko jëndoon ak xaalis bi nga xam ne boobu la jëndoon moto bi ndax dafa duggoon si council wala déet?
Déedéet.
No.
Okay. Fatou Sira Cissé bought the vehicle, correct?
Ku ñuy wax Fatou Sira Cissé moo jëndoon moto bi. Yes.
Who is Fatou Sira Cissé?
Nena kooku mooy kan suñu ne Fatou Sira Cissé.
Yàlla ko yàlla yërëm suma secrétaire la woon. Fatou Cissé waaw.
She's late.
Dama gaañu moom.
She's late. May God forgive her. She was my secretary.
Yes. She was your personal secretary.
Nena sa
As deputy mayor.
Personal secretary bi nga nekkoon deputy mayor.
Wow.
Yes.
And so it kind of reaffirms what we were discussing, that it was so close that you could have found out how much was paid and whether it followed due process.
nee na kon moom pour moom nit mun na wax ne mun ngaa nekk parce que koo xam ne daf la jege si yow si taroon la nekk ndax mun ngaa xam ñaata la ko jëndoon ak moto bi xaalis bu mu ko jëndoon ndax si council bi la te wala te.
Or were you the one who organized it?
nee na wala da yow sa bopp yaa organise woon biir bi.
Yàlla xam ne organise ma ko ba pare xaw ma ñaata la woon.
God knows I never organized and I don't know how much was it.
And you did not find out?
nee na te tàlloo tamit pour mun a xam ñaata la wala naka la.
Waaw.
Yes.
Parce que munoon naa nekk loo xam ne sax bindoon nañ ma ko ñu def ko indi ko suma taabula yooyu waaye xaw ma woon ñaata la to be honest.
Hadn't it was written and it was brought to my table, for that I will know, but definitely God knows I don't know not about it.
Should you have asked?
Nena ndawa dafa waro nga laajte.
When you say had with the vehicle?
Bi ko gisaat moto bi.
Waroon naa mun a laajte.
Yes, I should have asked.
Why did you not ask?
Nena lu tax ña laajte lo.
Xaw ma daal xaw ma xëy na laaj naa ko sax dama fàtte. To be honest, why I'm not sure.
I don't know. It might happen that I even ask her and I forget. I'm not very sure.
Did you ask?
Nena ndango laajte.
No.
No.
Why?
Nena luta?
Anyway, how much?
I have no idea why.
Was it because she was your secretary at the time?
Nena jamano bo ngine ko sa secretary.
Wow.
No. Was it because she's your secretary?
Nena luta hon mo da mo sa secretary la limo ta hon wala.
Why my head there, to be honest?
I cannot remember that country, honestly.
If you had seen the same vehicle bought by somebody else that you're not close to, you would really find out as deputy mayor.
Nena moto bi nga amne xame nga ko te ame nga ko won so ko gisee tamit keneen ame ko te si saron na ne candidat dafa war pour nga laajte.
No. If it was someone else not close to him, not being the personal secretary, if it was someone else, you would have found out, try to find out because it's council's assets.
Nena because li nekk na bagage council so su fekkee ne ku ko jëndoon nekkutoon sa secretary wala jege ñu dafa la sori nena dafa war nga laajte pour mun a xam.
Not mu nekk suma secretary sa loolu moom lu ma waroon a def la.
Yes, it's because of not she was my secretary. Definitely, this was duty that I supposed to do.
Not ci télé laay waxee sax waaye dama waat te man ñi ma waxal waa Banjul xam nañ ne duguma si lu leneen.
I'm speaking publicly in TV, and the people of Banjul they know that what I'm speaking the truth. I'm not saying something that was not happening.
Because du benn du ñaar.
It's not once or twice.
Lijjanti naa ñeneen yoo xam ne sax waaw to be honest.
I did something or other things that you know is better than it.
Thank you.
On the appointments, you said on the issue of the appointment of Makumba Sane, Aissatou Jai, as Mayor Secretary, Pamudu Ndao, Margaret B. Samba, as Mayor's Protocol Officer, Binta Conte, was done by the Establishment Committee, and appointment under my leadership. However, for the position of the above-mentioned staff, I was not aware of any advertisement concerning their positions. You had said that these people I named.
Nena li sa wax la de sa cadre la nena nit ñi nga xam ne ñooñu la limaat fi léegi nii.
Makumba Sane.
Mooy Makumba Sane.
Aissatou Jai. Pamudu Ndao. Margaret B. Samba.
Margaret B.
That's
Samba.
the Mayor's Protocol Officer.
Mooy Mayor's Protocol Officer.
Binta Conte. That this was done by the Establishment Committee.
Wanga ne ñi seen liggéey jël liggéey bi Establishment Committee bi ñoo ko def.
But these positions were not advertised.
Nena waaye seen position be advertised.
Dëgg la.
Yes, that is true.
Why is that?
Nena lu tax.
Kon ni ma la ko jëkkoon a wax rek ñun dañoo es.
As I said to you earlier on, when we came,
lu ñoo def dañ dee laaj CEO bi.
Whatever we used to ask the CEO.
Waaw dañ dee laaj CEO bi moo jox ñu advice.
Then from there he used to advise us.
Waaye ñu nga tuddan yëpp.
By all the people you named after.
Loolu waaw lu ma fekkee la moom.
That is in my present.
Especially bu Margaret. Waaye bu kii bi Max bi.
Especially that of Max.
Ñeneen ñëpp after leen ñëw join si pair yooyu waaw. Later la ñu ñeneen ñi join si waaye bu Max bi moom. Loolu moom.
We later joined, but that of Max, yes, I was present.
So, why these names? You were in the team. You did not know at the time that there should have been an advertisement.
Nena jamano bobu kon nga buga wax ne yegulo won ne advertise dafa war ko advertise ko.
Did it?
No. Yeah, you have even applied for a job.
Nena liggéey bi da yow da ko apply on.
So have you ever applied for a job?
Nena musu nga apply liggéey.
Oh wow.
Yes.
You know, it's good practice to advertise for jobs.
Nena xam nga ne bobu yoon bu war la bi pour nga apply pour liggéey.
Waaw mooy li ma la wax rek dama ko dañ ko refer waat si CEO bi rek.
As I said, I will do refer it to the CEO.
Is it a good practice to advertise jobs, especially in the public service?
Nena si public service nda dafa war pour ngay advertise job mooy position.
Tey de su ma delluwaatoon si position bu mel noonu loolu laay def advertise laay def.
For today, if I go back to my position, that is exactly what I'm going to do.
But I'm not any responsibility about loolu na loolu laay def dama advertise. Loolu lu correct.
That is the correct way. If I have any responsibility, I will advertise the position.
Why is it correct to advertise?
Nena lu tax mu war nga advertise.
Pour ñu jox opportunity ñu bari.
For the people or to the opportunity to be given to many people.
Go ahead.
Du jox ñu bari opportunity rek foofu tamit nga xëy na amee quality sax.
For you to give opportunity to many people, that is the best place where you can be able to have quality.
Good. Very, very good. Interpret that.
Very good. And a little banner.
So in 2018, you did not know that there should have been an opportunity for us to look for the best.
Nena kon ci jamono boobu mooy 2018 boobu yéeguloo woon ne loolu opportunity la pour nga advertise position pour
No,
ñu bëri
you
mën a
did
bokk.
not know that it is important to advertise so as to give opportunities to others as well and to get the best.
Nena kon jamono boobu 2018 dafa mel ni yéeguloo woon ne loolu dafa am fayda pour nga mën a advertise position pour nga xam ne ñu bëri mën a jëriñoo te nga mën a am tamit the best as you said quality. That is true.
What is true?
Nena soo ne dëgg la lan mooy dëgg.
mooy ne advertisement bi nga wax ne loolu lañu waroon a def due process bi de advertise pour am kon ni ma ko waxee ñu am quality.
That is the due process to advertise the position so that we can be able to attract many and have equality.
My point is,
Nena moom fu mooy joxoñ mooy
in 2018,
jóge ak 2018
you guys came in as elected public officials.
Nena jamono boobu ngeen ñëwoon foofu te deng leen électoon ñu nekk ngeen ñëw foofu nekk public officers.
You must have campaigned.
Nena da ngeen amoon campaign.
Naturally.
dëgg la.
Yes, true.
You will sell your ideas to the electorate.
Nena booba da nga gis ne da nga wax li nga xam ne loolu mooy sa idée wala sa idea li nga xam si electorate.
Correct?
Nena loolu dëgg la.
dëgg la.
Yes.
One of the things that every politician will talk about,
Nena lépp li nga xam ne politicien yi lañ ko dee wax wala war nañ ko wax.
that they talk about,
li ñooy wax wala li nga xam ne toujours dañ ko dee wax.
is that there should be equal opportunity
mooy da nga gis ne equal opportunity war na am.
in public affairs.
Si public affairs.
So everyone knows that opportunity, having a free level, a level playing field is important.
Nena ku nekk xam na ne opportunity pour nga gis ne mbir mi yëpp mu am si nit ñi nena loolu war na loo xam ne dafa nekk lu am fayda. That is true.
That you, Omar B. Touray,
Nena yow Omar B.J Touray,
you need the opportunity, equal opportunity to contest elections, and if the people want you, that they will vote for you.
Nena am nga benn yëpp boo xam ne opportunity bi nga xam ne soo bëggee place nga taxaw nit ñi suñ la bëggee ñu elect la. That is true.
That you, Omar B.J Touray,
Nena yow Omar B.J Touray,
being a Gambian
te nekk nga Gambia
and a Banjulian,
te Banjul nga waa Banjul nga.
that you will have the opportunity to vie for the position of a mayor if you want to.
Nena am nga jot wala am nga opportunity pour nga taxaw position mayor soo ko bëggee. Yes, that's true.
And for all other opportunities that Banjul has to offer.
Te opportunity yi nga xam ne lépp opportunity yi nga xam ne waa Banjul yi soxla nañ ko wala Banjul dañ ko war a. That is true.
So when you were appointed,
Nena buñ la jëlee.
You were appointed based on opportunity that was given to you by the people.
Nena da nga gis ne opportunity bi nga xam ne nit ñi ñoo la ko jox opportunity boobu lañ la jël liggéey bi. Nena du dëgg.
So when you were appointed,
Nena buñ la jëlee.
You should also accord the same opportunity to the people of Banjul.
Nena yow opportunity bi nga xam ne jox nañ la ko waa Banjul yi jox nañ ko la yow tamit da nga war a def sa kattan nga delloo opportunity boobu si waa Banjul yi.
For these positions.
Pour position yi.
Is that not the case?
Nena ndaa mbir mi du noonu. That's true.
So the idea that you people decided to bring your own people.
Nena waaye xalaat bi nga xam ne yéen am ngeen ko mooy pour isi seen nit ñi nga xam ne yéen seen nit ñi la.
Was not because you did not know.
Nena nekkutoon ne xamu leen.
That you have to give equal opportunity to people.
Ne da ngeen war a joxe equal opportunity si nit ñi.
But it's a way of what we call, excuse me, Chair, delloo njukkal.
Nena
back to the people that were with you through the journey.
Nena waaye di lu ñoo wax fii mooy olof lu ñoo wax delloo njukkal nena lii yëpp moo tax.
It can be a mistake. It can be a mistake.
Nena mun na nekk a mistake.
It can be that you did it without realizing the consequences.
Nena tamit mun naa taa def nga ko te yëguloo lu fa nekk te fa nekk.
But the truth is.
Nena waaye dëgg mooy.
It was a matter of giving back.
Nena waaye soo ko seetee lu mu la war mooy.
To the people that you were with in safety.
Pour nga delloo jox leen nit ñi nga xam ne ñoo la jàppale wala yéen a bokkoon bi.
Is that not true?
Nena mbaa du dëgg.
jërëjëf dëgg la.
That is true. Thank you.
li ma ci bëgg a wax rek mooy.
What I want to elaborate is that.
wax nga ne dañu war a joxe opportunity loolu wax naa la ko si jëlbeen.
that you said we need to give opportunity, but I have said that earlier on.
All the time, yakar which amore to do
The expectation we have
moyene ñun ñoo bokk group bi
that we are of the same group.
ne suñ leen indee on board dinañ dimbale wante.
When we brought them on board
towards
assist one another
towards luñ campaign
towards the campaign, what we campaigned for.
te tamit ñun jël
And the people we took,
waa Banjul lañ
they are all from Banjul.
te tamit xëy na di am nañ fiw yoo xam ne dinañ fi qualification waaye ëppa doole bi am nañ qualification.
And I know maybe few of them do have qualification, but the rest of them, all or many of them don't have qualification.
Waaye to be honest,
But to be honest to you,
along the way man gën naa am experience ne su doon tey doo yéen ay doon xewee noonu.
I can say that this is a lesson for me. Now I have an experience. Hadn't this today, things will not go like that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Touray.
Mr. Touray.
Thank you for your honesty.
Nena sakyu ba every day,
We make mistakes or errors, we admit them.
Nena nit so dem lu jum ganang.
That is the most important.
Nena lul mo war.
We hope.
Yes.
Yes, Chair.
Yeah, Mr. Touray, on the issue of the auction of the, is it V8 Toyota or V6?
Nena motor we auction motor binda V8 la V6.
Anyway, V8 la woon anyway, V8, wow.
Yes, that's of $79,000 that was outstanding.
Nena
Can you tell us about that? Because you said you were aware of your personal sexy having purchased the car, but you did not know whether it was by auction or not. And there was balance of about 79,000. What can you tell us?
nena legi maske osa karwang ne motor bobu sawa ki mo ko jendo nena way am lo jeg bi ñaata la nena way am na xaalis bi nga xam ne des na bi nga xam ne fay ñu ko mooy 79,000 nena xaalis bu wax ñu naka la loolu xewee
Madam Chair, man xawma mu mujjee demee de xam naa su demee laajte accounts department bi wala CEO bi nañu si leeral.
Madam Chair, definitely I have no idea unless if I go back and I ask or the CEO is asked, he can be able to clear it out.
We would want you to provide us information
Nena lu ñu bëgg si yow mooy pour nga jox ñu xibaar
as to whether the entire amount was paid.
ndax xaalis bi yëpp fay na ko.
Okay.
And my further question is
Nena ñaareel laajte bi mooy
talking about assets of the council.
nena su ñëwee waa bagage council
What can you tell us about the leasing of Tanbi wetland to Sun Intertrade Company?
nena liste bi nga xam ne liste nga ko
Sun Intertrade Company.
entertain company bi nga xam ne da ngeen ko liste nena daa mu nga ñu leeral foofu.
Madam Chair, man li ma fekkee council bi ñaari agreement of lease la woon.
Madam Chair, what I found in council was that there was an agreement of lease
Nigerian company.
with
Nigerian company.
one Nigerian company.
Ak naan.
What is the name?
Nena Nigerian company boobu nu mu tudd.
Sorry, it's okay.
Yes, Mr. Touray.
Moom lay seet ne.
Sorry, excuse me, I'm just going through.
What's Nigeria investor rek laa mën a recall daal.
Nigeria investors, that's the only thing I can.
No ma recall the name of the company.
Nena ñaata lañ ko lii so.
Fàtte naa figure bi waaye mujjee wuta dem through sa anyway.
It did not go through, but I cannot remember the figure.
Waaw fekkee naa loolu te loolu woon council resolution la woon.
Expressed in that, and that was a council resolution.
who paid 350,000, 400,000, and 4 million respective for leasing of
Then I got more for
land.
350,000 and 1 million.
350,000,
310,000
10,000 million.
4 million.
na suñ dematee si records waaye mënuma ko xam.
Unless I check the records.
Check which companies were leased, you understand, part of the wetland.
Then as soon as wetland, I'm going to do the money. Nyaka company ñoo liso.
Man ñaari company laa fa xamoon ñaari waa company.
I only knew of 2 companies. Then ak ban ak ban.
Nandu ak Nigerian computer bi nii Nigerian investors waaw.
One Nandu company and this Nigeria investor. Then Nandu na fay nañ xaalis. Si biir.
Li ma understand woon Nandu dooroon na di fay affaire yi mu nekkoon coow.
Yes. What I can remember, they started paying and later it became a row. Mu ne ñaata la woon lañ fay.
Mënuma xam figure bi.
I cannot tell.
Million.
Nee na mbaalu 2 million bu ñu dooree.
Mun naa nekk de waaye mënuma remember loolu.
That get us
It
information.
may be possible I cannot be able to remember. Mu ne nga bind ko pour nga bañ a fàtte.
And do you know about BY Consulting?
Nee na loo xam su lu ñuy wax BY Consulting.
Consulting, who also leased what part of the wetland
Ki nga xam
by 200.
kooku tamit lease na wetland 500 by 200 meters.
Non mënuma remember.
No, I cannot remember.
Please help us check and provide us with the information.
Nee na boobu tam nga bind ko soo demee pour nga bañ a fàtte nga jàppale ñu pour mun a find out.
For that one, there was an inflow, just to help you remember.
Nee na sooy see
There was an inflow of $125,000.
nee na dafa nekkoon inflow bi nga xam ne $125,000.
What was agreed was $150,000.
Nee na waaye li nga xam ne loolu lañ tàngoor mooy $150,000.
So you can help us find out what happened with that.
Nee na lu mu gën a am nga léegi pour nga jàppale ñu nga find out nga jox ñu information.
Madam Chair, nekkatuma council nag xaw ma dafa jot deadline or what.
Yes.
Madam Chair, I'm not with council. Nee na waaw ak
Yes.
la jox.
We will give you an order for the provide.
Dinañ la jox card mooy order.
Because
So
as
that
deputy mayor,
nee na nekk nga deputy mayor.
some of these assets of council
Nee na bagage yi nga xam ne ay bagage yi council.
and the transactions there too.
Ak ñoo xam ne transaction bi nga xam ne dox na foofu.
I believe that they must have gone through the council to give authorization.
Nee na gëm nga ne ba yooyu noonu dem na jaar na si council pour ñu joxul ndigal.
Loolu war a
And you are part of council.
loolu war a am waaw.
Nekk nga moo xam ne bokk nga si council.
That's fine. I believe that you have an idea and know.
Nee na lii moo tax mu gëm ne am nga fa ay te am nga xam-xam.
So if you request for the information, they should be in a position to provide it.
Nee na kon soo demee ba laajte pour nga mën a am information nee na ñooñu tamit dafa war jox la ko.
So we will let the registrar give you an order for
Nee
that.
na léegi suñ jógee fii nañu wax registrar pour mu jox la order boobu.
Jërëjëf.
Thank you ma.
Yes, they were Standard Chartered Bank
Nee na soo demee Standard Chartered Bank
gave you people some money
nee na daf leen joxoon yéen ay xaalis.
to be able to contract cleaners.
Nee na pour ngeen mën a jot ay wala am ay cleaners.
Use that money to pay wages.
Nee na te xaalis boobu ngeen use ko pour fay wages yi mooy salaire wala fay wi.
But going through the records,
Nee na waaye soo seetee soo toppee records yi mooy bukki lu fa bi.
see that those same wages
Nee na da nga gis ne fay boobu bi nga xam ne boobu leen war a fay.
have been contained in the wages that the council paid on a monthly basis.
Nee na boobu dafa feeñ si place bi nga xam ne wala council bi fay bi nga xam ne boobu lañ dee fay si weer.
So please help us provide information
Nee na ba léegi de ñu ngi la dal pour nga jàppale ñu si information boobu.
whether there was segregation between the workers that were temporarily taken as cleaners
Nee na dafa am segregation bi nga xam ne dox na seen diggante ak ñoo xam ne jël ngeen ko pour ñu nekk temporary cleaners.
provided by Standard Chartered.
Nee na da nga gis ne loolu information bu dañ provide si standard yu nga jógee si Standard Chartered Bank.
whether they were not the same employees that were employed by the council to do the same work.
nena mbaa nekkut ñoom ñeena ñi nga xam ne ñooñu la council jël pour ñu def liggéey bi.
All right, please note that.
nena binde ko pour nga bañ a fàtte.
Thank you, Council.
nena jërëjëf.
Chair, that's all for this witness until he comes back.
Very well. nena fii la ñoo évacué yow ba keroog bi ngay ñëwaat.
Now, Council was talking about giving equal opportunities. Do you recall when Standard Chartered Bank again gave funds for the payment to Keba and Sons for 108 dustbins? Do you recall this?
nena opportunité bi nga xam ne council wax na ko fii nena baal mun ngaa delloo sa xel baak wala mun ngaa fàttale bi ne Standard Chartered Bank am na fond bi nga xam ne dañ ko joxoon foofu pour affaire Keba ak Sons ngir mun a jënd foofu 180 dustbins.
No, mënuma ko fàtte.
No, I cannot be able to.
So please find out and let us know how much that Standard Chartered Bank gave and how much was paid to Keba and Sons for the 118 dustbins that were supposed to be stationed on Independence Drive.
Nena bi léegi tamit binde ko nga jàppale ñu pour nga mun a find out kay si ñu xibaar bi ñaata la Standard Chartered bi joxe ak ndax xaalis boobu tamit yëpp dugal nañu ko si Keba and Sons pour jënd 180 dustbins yi nga xam ne si Independence Drive lañ ko war a teg.
Well, very good.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Touray. Wait, the registrar will give you the orders so that you can take. And I'm going to amend the order that I have earlier given. That is to say, you should produce this on or before the 10th. I just realized that the 10th is on Saturdays.
Yeah.
It should be on or before the 12th. So we will give you the orders, and together with what I have requested you to provide for us. And that should be on Monday next week.
Nena léegi
Thank you so much.
soo fi jógee bul yaakaar te nga xaar sa camarade registrar pour mu jox la order bi nga xam ne boobu moo lay jàppale bàyyi pour nga jot li nga soxla ci gars yi council neen dégg nga sa camarade dinaa la ko jox.
Okay.
So yes, you can wait for Mr. Kamara.
Thank you, ma'am.
mu ne léegi tamit dafa joxe order mu ne on the 10th waaye boobu dafa fall si weekend mu ne léegi 12 la on Monday dégg nga daal di gis information bi. Thank you.
Council? Is that the last
Yes,
sentence?
yes. That's the last one for the day.